Hey John, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised. We'll take a look at the website here just in a second that I have pulled up, but I want to start out on a Google search page. What I typed in up top is roofing Little Rock, Arkansas. So this is what we consider a buyer intent keyword for, service within an area that you're going to provide it being very relevant, right? Now, the key here is there's a bunch of different ways people are going to type this in. We want to be able to rank on the first page for as many of those as possible. Main reason is about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this first page when choosing a company. So the first option we're seeing is a few companies running these pay-per-click ads. So the Google Guarantee is definitely a great option, especially if you aren't necessarily ranking organically right now, or you haven't even really started the process, but you're wanting to generate leads for the company through Google. Definitely do this, okay? Now, you're going to be grabbing people from a smaller pool since about 80 people are going to instantly disregard these ads in the first place, but still at a higher conversion rate, typically at about 30 to 40%, and then being pay per click. Still a great option to start generating leads now, okay? And let that organic start to catch up. Now, ranking organically, definitely the best long play option that you have. So, through a business profile or through a website, both, if you can at all possible, that's the best option for you. Now, the Google business profile for you isn't going to help you too much when it comes to um, ranking within Little Rock here. So, you're really only going to be about a 10-mile radius from the actual location where your office is within. So, Little Rock may be a little bit harder to actually rank your business profile within, right? So I paused the video real quick. You can see though, when I type in, roofing within the area that your office is actually located in, much easier to rank for, right? So you guys are actually at the top there. So your Google business profile isn't really going to be able to help you much more than here, okay? So this is where your website's really going to have to come into effect and capture as much audience as you can. Okay, and I know Little Rock's going to be that main target area for you guys. And big thing about a website too, if you ever want to expand and capture some more of the audience outside of Little Rock, you can definitely do that through a website. Okay, that's one of the key features about a website. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. Garcia and Son's going to be your top competitor for ranking their website within Little Rock, so we will take a look at their website just a tad bit, um, just to show a couple things. So, right off the bat, you guys have a great layout to the website. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I don't think there's anything wrong in that nature. Um, Even gave it some personality right with you guys there, which is always nice in a video, a drone shot video here as well. Now, you also have strategically placed out these what we consider to be call for actions, get a free roof inspection there, so on and so forth, a submit a form box down here as well, which I do like. Now, the main thing and the king to ranking a website generally is going to be the content that is within it, okay? And you are definitely lacking when it comes to the content within the entire website that I've looked through, especially this homepage. So, homepage for Google, typically you want to have no less than 500 words of content on the homepage, okay? Now, even your top competitor is lacking in this nature. Now, they have their main section of content right here, laying out a few of their different services, the main services, but that's really about it. Okay. So they're really not up to specs for what Google likes to see content wise either. So this is one thing you can instantly do to get ahead of most of your competition. Because I've looked through most of the websites that are on the first page, a lot of them are lacking this feature. Now, also comes with content is keywords. Okay. So you place keywords within the content. And you do this very strategically as well. You can't overstuff because if you do that, it's going to throw a red flag. It seems very unorganic to Google. So, what the main thing there is typically every 150 words, you can have a keyword placed within there. And you generally want to target one main keyword with supporting keywords around it per page. So you're not targeting, it wouldn't be super fantastic to try and target, gutters and siding and roofing and windows all on the same page, all for Little Rock. Again, that seems very unorganic to Google, and it's just not going to serve exactly what you want it to do, which is obviously get on the first page for all those different things. You want to lay it out more organically, have a service page for windows, one for gutters, one for siding. So you guys do gutters and siding. I'd be building out service pages for each of those and targeting the keywords specific to Little Rock for each of those services as well in those pages, instead of trying to rank the homepage for absolutely everything. Okay. Now, next thing I always like to use is this paid program called Ahrefs. It's great for these dashboard and numbers here for comparisons. Now, in this instance, between your website and Garcia and Son. Okay. Those two numbers I just highlighted are going to be your strength and trust that Google has for your particular website. Okay. Now, in this instance, or in all instances, sorry, Google is ranking these out of 100. But generally, once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above ratings for each of these numbers, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website and going to be fairly hard to touch. Okay. So we see we still have tons of strength and trust to build out through Google, and we just haven't built out too many backlinks yet, which is going to be the main key in building out trust within Google. Now, backlink, simply put, is any clickable text or image linking one website to another. And what that acts as is a thumbs up to Google that another website trusts you enough to link your website through theirs. Okay. Now, those are all held within these different referring domains. What's key about these is you want to get backlinks from authoritative referring domains, meaning those domains already have high strength and trust within Google. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, it's going to help out your ratings in return, which makes sense, right? A website that already has trust within Google trusts you. Google trusts you in return. Now, you're also only indexing for 13 keywords. So this is where I'm saying you're going to need a bunch more content within your website, okay? And it's bringing you zero traffic so far. Now, if we take a look at the keywords, we can see you are starting to index for, a few of these nice roofing and Little Rock keywords, but we can see our highest position is 49th. So that's well on that 5th page of Google, which really isn't going to get us any eyes, right? So we are indexing for them. We can see mostly on this first page here. Now, I'm not seeing them within the content. So sometimes Google starts to pick up on what you guys do, where you do it at, and will actually start to index you for keywords that aren't necessarily within your content. But there is ways to lay out within your content, within your headers, within your H tags for the what's actually shown, like when Google looks up here, right? So this is going to be a tag so for the actual page of the website, right? So this is their home page, but it says Garcia and Son Roofing and Gutters, Roofers, Little Rock, Arkansas, right? So they're targeting a keyword and what's actually going to show up for the Google search. We can see down here, Little Rock, Arkansas. Now, see, this isn't even correct here how you should have it. You should be targeting keywords within there, and that may be one of the main reasons why Fraley isn't necessarily ranking up as high as they should either. So that's your in-page SEO that needs to be on point as well as your off-page, which is where your backlinks and all that stuff is coming from too. So there's a lot that goes into this. The main thing that I'm sure you want to figure out and know is how can I get on the first page for all of these, right? And that's going to start generating me traffic and leads. Well, that main thing is going to be the content within your website, how everything is laid out, in-page and off-page SEO is all good to go. And that off-page is building up these backlinks that we can see Garcia and Son has, and they start to build up that strength and trust within Google. Their content looks good. They're starting to index for a lot of keywords, bringing themselves in quite a bit of traffic, okay? Now, the only thing I can disregard right off the bat is this first one, okay? Because this is a 2.5K search volume, and they're getting almost 175 traffic from that. And this is a nationwide keyword search. They're not going to be getting many actual true leads from this, okay? Now, the next two, I think, are a little bit better since it's actually their company name, but these are the ones we're really wanting to look at. Roofing Little Rock, 250 searches per month. They're getting 33 traffic because they're third position, okay? So the lower position, higher up on the page, you're going to get more traffic from that. So industry standard for a buyer intent keyword like this, as long as your website is set up correctly with those call to actions like yours is, you should generate about 30% of this traffic as leads for your company, whether that's the potential client filling out some type of submit form for you and sending that through email, or actually reaching out to you via phone call. But, I would say anywhere with what they're generating here traffic wise, slow month to a very successful month, I would see them generating anywhere from 20 to 50 plus leads per month, depending on the season. And the higher or lower position, higher up on the page they go, the more and more they'll keep generating. Okay, so this is where you can see how it can start to be very lucrative, especially once you get there and you're maintaining those upper positions in those Google searches. You're going to just be absolutely killing it. So, with that being said, if you have any further questions or concerns, I'd be happy to help you guys any way that I can, answer any questions that you may have further. I can even dive into more information, as I like to keep these videos a little bit shorter and not dive right down into the rabbit hole and then just leave you with these video confused and quite frankly probably very bored as well. So other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.